Party people in the place to be. You are tuned in to the number one pop culture podcast on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zero Conditions Podcast. How we doing? How we feeling? My name is Excel Joab, aka The Real, and I'm back in the studio. Whoa, my mic wants to disgrace me. And I'm back in the studio with the crew. My crew's not complete this week. Malak Motolani is out in the UK, representing
London girl.
representing Afrobeats out there. But more importantly, is chilling with Madame. So shout out to you. We don't know if you traveled for work or pleasure. We can't tell from the Instagram post you put. We can't tell, But shout out to you. Shout out to the soft launch,
Good example.
soft launch of Bay. I love it when niggas just soft launch. Yeah,
Love a soft launch
bam.
situation.
Just take it. Without explaining, here's this random person in the slides.
That is not so random.
And we have in the studio the incredible Melody Hassan. As always, it's my second week calling Melody incredible.
Sick.
And she's always looking at me straight
Why
when
are
I
you
call her
calling
incredible
me?
because she's
I'm
always
really
used to me
incredible.
insulting her. And now that I'm not insulting, now I'm taking the approach of peace. Taking the approach of love.
Oh, so cute.
She
Mwah.
can't handle it. But whatever. Fuck you, Melody.
Yeah.
And we have an amazing guest in the building, the one and only Kah-lo. How you doing?
I want to point out that it's Kah-lo, but it's me.
Exactly. I was saying, why you saying Kah-lo is Kah-lo?
You know the funny thing is,
But it's a common thing. to happen.
Because I meet different people that tell. So for example, the people that first put me onto your music
They probably called me Kah-lo.
is Kah-lo they called you, and
Yep.
it's Dustin Truce and Bigfoot.
It's better.
Those are the people
It's
that
good
put
that you didn't say Kah-lo. Some
No.
people
Why would
do
anybody say
say that.
Kah-lo?
Yes,
you
I
do.
mean, if you're Igbo.
Yeah,
You say you do be like that.
You say
yeah.
Kah-lo.
You do apple like that.
Wait, seriously, people have called you Kah-lo.
Yeah, Carlos is also
Carlos. Where's the
Carlos.
Carlos Santana.
Carlos.
innit?
Yeah, I'm like, there's no R in the name,
Oh
It's like,
my
where?
but
God.
it does happen. So Kah-lo is the best of all of them.
But you take
Yeah.
Kah-lo over everything else.
Yeah,
But it's actually
yeah,
Kah-lo.
yeah.
Kah-lo, yes.
Kah-lo.
It's Kah-lo, yeah.
Kah-lo,
But
yeah.
Kah-lo, like of all the worst ways to
Of
go,
all the worst ways,
Kah-lo is
the best.
still
You know what?
approved.
It could be Kah-lo.
It
I'm
could be.
Kah-lo today. Yes.
That works. How you doing?
I'm good.
Congrats on the release of your new album.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What was it like during listening party in Lagos? Because that's your first. What was that like?
Well, I'd like to say shout out Jägermeister and Belair because I would like to think I remember some of the events that
Wow.
occurred.
Wow.
I want to say people were there.
Wow.
People attended.
Wow.
Knobs were turned.
Wow.
Bass was turned up.
Yeah.
And that's all I can
So it was
inform
so
you about.
turned that night.
Yeah, that's all I can let you know because that's all
Oh, you
that-
remember.
I'm sure you were like partying hard,
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
I think that's when you're Kah-lo. When you're like,
Yeah, yeah, that's
When the hands are in the air.
oh my God. All right. Real quick. A lot of people this week, Melody, have blocked me up and down. That in real life, for different reasons. One, there are people that blocked me in church after church on Sunday about
what?
the top 10 rappers listing that happened.
That one is.
But
Oh,
they all followed up with emails. Like the way you people harass me and say I don't read the emails you guys send.
Someone sent me a message saying that.
When I check the emails, you're not as plenty. The emails are not as much as the accusations I get.
So you want to wait till there's a mobile side?
Yeah, let it match.
let's rack it up.
But we'll read some emails tonight. So, no fear. Calm down, everybody.
Calm down.
We'll get you to that. Forgive us. Forgive and forget. We were having such a fun time before we officially rolled the cameras.
We're always doing that.
We were having such a fun time. Kah-lo, for someone who is making dance music, I don't know why, as I said that, something came to mind, like something flashed.
Okay, what
I
flashed?
remember your Billboard article interview
Yeah.
where you said you will no longer so the headline was what got my attention.
Yeah.
You said you will no longer be used as props for
Full
the DJ.
disclaimer, I did not write the headline, but they gotta get the clicks.
Whoever wrote the headline said something.
But that was the summary.
Kah-lo says I will no longer be used as something for the DJs or as props.
Yeah.
Explain that situation. I didn't understand it.
Well, essentially, in I don't know about local you, but in international dance music community, it's very much DJ first, vocalist second. So it even got to a point where I started actually resenting that term, vocalist. Like my PR people are like fully banned from using that term, vocalist, because they kind of like limits you down to, oh yeah, just there to put some vocals that they can replace you with anybody. But the thing, this is where they fucked around and this is where they find out, wait, can you cuss on
curse,
this?
yes, you can.
Okay, you can cuss on this.
Oh, well, sure.
Fuckity, fuck. Okay, wonderful. So now that we gotten that out of the way, so it got to a point where my vocals are very distinct because you have my Nigerian accents, you have a little bit of New York in there, and then there's a little. I think the British is only in there because of the colonial influence. You understand? Because they're like, oh my god, how long did you grow up in London? It's like that's never happened before. I'm not British in any capacity.
In any capacity or form.
Exactly. So it's just type of thing where for me they couldn't like replace me. Yeah. So I went like beyond being a vocalist, Okay. So I learned the very hard way that in dance music you are just the vocalist and you're just meant to be like kind of like in the background. Like, how Eurodance is like trending on TikTok right now.
Yes, it is.
And sometimes even in the music videos, the person who sang the song is not even in the
yeah.
music video.
Yeah.
It's just some like blonde hot girl, right? So that's like how dance music low-key is, where it's like you're just supposed to be like heard but not seen, which is the opposite, right? And I learned that the very, very, very hard way. So yeah, eventually I was like, oh, y'all just want to put me in the corner. I'm not. I love attention, so I can't be in the corner. It's literally impossible.
I'm mad.
Yeah, I mean, look at me. Hi. Duh.
What drew you to dance music? Why dance music? Because you were born and raised here.
Yes.
It's not like dance music is big here.
I gotta explain.
Yeah.
I had bills to pay. I had bills to pay.
You had bills to pay.
I had bills to pay.
I love the original, the honesty. Go ahead.
So what had happened was I had bills to pay, and also because I would like do these like I was making like alternative R&B, like alter R&B, fully like in that space. But then I would like have these breakdowns where maybe vocally I couldn't hit the notes. And I actually did start out originally as a rapper. Shout out Ikechukwu because he was like my mentor back then.
Ikechukwu.
Yeah. So he was like, because then I was like 15, 16 trying to rap like hard shit. I was like Glocks in your face, ratatata.
Ratata.
And he was like, you 16.
Don't do that.
You grew up in Lekki or whatever.
Relax.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not about that life, chill. So then I found my sound and it was more like talk rap. So I would like do that talk rap thing over like alternative R&B stuff. And then on SoundCloud, I started getting like message from all these DJs asking, oh, can you do this talk rap section over like a house beat? So it's not that I was actively seeking it. It's just that it fell on my lap.
I see.
That's the dance one now.
And I just so happen to be amazing at it.
Yeah, you do. Actually.
I don't mind.
You do.
Yeah.
And I find it very interesting because so in the Nigerian music space, one thing that's lacking is education. Like when I say education, I'm specifically referring to history.
Yeah.
Because we've had people in the past from the 60s, the 70s that dabbled in
other genres,
electronic dance music.
Shout out William Onyebo.
He's literally the poster boy for that.
Yeah.
And so to see that
That's scary.
Woo!
Shout out the cameraman. So to see that we've gotten to a point now where,
Popular.
present day, and there's someone like Kah-lo, Grammy nominated.
I think that this would be like a very good time for us to like talk about like Kah-lo, because I feel like both of us were very much aware of who she is.
Yeah.
But like for the audience, maybe we should just give them like a quick rundown of Kah-lo as
I
an
don't
artist.
mind taking a backseat while y'all talk about that.
No.
You mean I have to say it?
Yeah, no. You just remind me of a story that you just said something that made me laugh. Like a story of like a label exec that was giving me a Motolani gist, and it was like the artist they just dropped the projects. So on the day of release, like the midnight, right? The project is out. That artist goes and tells the people on the team like, "Hey, the project is out. We got here. Shout out to everybody. What a team. What a great team. I'm just going to take a backseat now.
Oh.
Let you all do your thing." And they were like, "What?"
No, but shouldn't they do their thing?
I mean, but the project just came out. That's even when like the battle,
how you
the
should
battle
do it.
is just
That's
starting.
half the battle.
Like, see, Kah-lo is out here.
Look at me, I'm out here.
Yeah, she's out here at night.
Yeah.
Yes, speaking about Kah-lo, she just dropped a body of work, Pain, Pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a dance album that I have listened to that I think you should listen to. She's a Nigerian born, but not living in Nigeria any longer. Artist.
Olivia Loki.
You live here, Loki, when?
She's a global citizen.
That's where I
Yes,
get my
she-
bar. That's where I get my money.
That's it. Where?
That's where I get my shmoney.
In Nigeria.
Outside of
I was
Nigeria.
saying we're going to get to that conversation, but yeah, she's a dope artist, and if you haven't listened to her body of work, Pain Pleasure, you should go check it out. She's really dope. She used to be Nigerian, but no longer Nigerian. But
She's a global citizen.
she's a global citizen, and
Global.
she's
Oh, I'll take that.
We are
she's done a couple of things. You've worked with Selena Gomez, Grammy. It's like, girl, you popping.
Yeah.
She's really cool.
I just love it. Can I take you home?
So go check her out. Her name is Kah-lo.
Yeah, just do like ASMR, like talk about me all night.
But yeah, we can continue.
First of all, that's something I don't understand.
What?
ASMR.
It's nice. It's so
I
soothing.
don't understand.
What's that?
Yeah. It's like when
You don't know ASMR?
No.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. When you go home, I'll remind you tomorrow. Just go on YouTube. and
you know what
type
I'm saying?
ASMR video.
Yeah, ASMR videos. I kid you not, you will be calm in like.
But
30 seconds.
melody, I feel like is the kind of thing you would like.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is the
Going to sleep right now.
yeah.
Someone
Just
is
like someone
whispering.
could set up a mic and just be making intricate
Like
sounds.
sounds. Like
Oh, I think that would be cool.
like-
That would
Be
be cool.
like,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I feel like that shit is crazy, but people love it. Like, people
Yeah.
really, really love.
I used to
I know
think it
someone
was
that uses it
trash.
to sleep.
Yeah, I used to think it was trash, and then I was like, oh, this kind of. It really calms the anxiety.
I see.
It does.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I'm going to check her out, actually.
Okay, let's get into early Kah-lo, right? Let me see.
Kah-lo.
I'm in the war zone.
It's
I'm
okay,
the
but it's
best of
okay.
the
I
war
would
zone.
say I'll be Kah-lo for him. I will be Kah-lo.
For extra, you be
today.
Kah-lo. Okay, cool.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.
Yeah, because he's used to it, and I get it. Because literally, there are people who have known me for years who call me Kah-lo.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
Forgive my sins. Let's start from like your music influences, right?
Yes.
Who are the people that, because those people will still play a huge part, even though you sort of stumbled into dance.
Oh yes.
now.
I stumbled into dance. That's very
Yeah, you
accurate.
sort
I
of
think.
stumbled into dance. But I'm sure that those influences will still, they're
Yeah.
still there. They're still,
But that's the thing, because I stumbled into it, the influences are not really dance influences.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes me unique in this space.
I agree.
Because a lot of my influences, as I said, like when I started, I was a rapper. You understand?
Yeah.
I was in secondary school, I was trying to be a rapper. I thought it was hard, you know what I'm saying? So it was like Tribesman, it was like Two Shots and Big Low, it was the Kechuka and Edosi.
Like,
Like,
I would never,
see.
Do you
in a
understand?
I could never predict that Two Shots and Big Low will come out of your
Nah,
mouth.
yo,
or
Two
Tribesman
Shots is
will come
hard.
out of your
That
mouth.
means she's rooted in this. She's
I was like
rooted
in
this
there,
shit.
like, you know when Jimmy Jat used to do those jump offs
Jump
at
offs.
Silverbed? Like, and he would like go and everybody
Yeah,
would,
yeah, yeah.
it was like hard. I knew Metro, oh, I'm showing
You
my
just
age.
explained why
Oh
you're
my
the-
God.
Yes,
You
yes,
just
yes,
explained
it has
why
revealed
why
to
your
the internet.
delivery is crazy.
Yeah.
So people who have a foundation in hip hop or rap and even attempted it,
Yes.
whatever genres they end up in,
Yeah.
delivery wise,
It's always
Yeah.
different.
delivery wise,
It's
Yeah,
different.
because it's like then you learn, because obviously those people are inspired by like, you know, earlier. Because if we had to like really take it back, like really deep into my influences, influencers,
No,
influencers.
your
Yeah.
My
influencers.
Yeah. Then it would be like Slick Rick, Farside, who else? Like Bone Thugs and Harmony, like
Wow.
all that
Yeah.
type of.
Now
It would be like you'll be going like really
Now I feel
deep.
like a toddler.
I'm so sorry.
That's
cool.
That's
I
incredible.
apologize
Just
for
some
making
big
you
love,
feel-
man.
Yeah, so it's like
I
then
didn't
the way
expect
they will
that.
now like make it like home, you know, and like the cadence that they would now use is what then was programmed into.
Did you like Terry G?
No. No offense to Terry G. No offense to Terry G. I apologize sincerely to Terry G.
Those
and
are the
his
kind of
camp.
people I would have predicted you would say.
No, how?
Why?
How?
I just don't know why.
Exactly. Like how
How?
someone just literally sat here and said, need to see, you know,
No,
materials that
you know, she has called
like,
it now, but like if you had caught me on a day and said, try
How?
and guess who I don't know, my mind would have gone to
No, I wouldn't have actually.
the
So who else?
Unuge
Daddy
Bob
Shoki.
Madule.
Hey, come on, hold it. Hold up.
But this actually explains a lot in terms of like your approach to dance music, the way you deliver
Yeah.
your music. It explains a lot. Because
Yeah,
it's not the
'cause-
traditional
Do you understand?
Approach,
So
yeah.
it's just like
Oots way.
that was the original like inspiration, and that's what I was doing. And then people are like, "Oh, this sounds unique," because obviously, like, I'm not rapping in like, oh, maybe full on pidgin or whatever, and I'm not rapping like I'm just using my regular cadence. Because I think that's why I like to use Two Shots and like Ikechuku or even MI. Fuck, I should have said MI because MI is up there too. And like when they came on and like, because I remember when I first heard Safe, like you know that first MI song, that Safe song, how he was
It's
just
always
using.
that song.
I heard that song and I was just like, what is this? What is this?
What is
insanity?
this?
I had to like, I think there's a Facebook message. I messaged who was it that produced that song?
Let me check if I ever messaged Emma as a kid.
I messaged MI as a kid and I messaged, I think TY Mix was the hot
I used to do
producer at
that
the
a
time.
lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, please work with me. I was like, I'm 13. I don't have any clue, but please, I will do anything right now.
There's something that I did not say when she just said this thing, and there's something I did not say when Don Jazzy came here.
Yeah.
Oh, I said it now.
No, I don't think you said it.
Maybe I
You
didn't
told
tell
us
you.
off camera, I think.
I used to text Don Jazzy when I was in uni. Hi, Don Jazzy.
Hi, Don Jazzy.
Hi, my name is Melody. I know that someday.
Hey.
I'm going to meet.
And guess what you did though? Oh my God.
I didn't have to tell him that day because if he goes through his Twitter DM,
It was the embarrassment. The embarrassment will be much.
bullshit. And he used to reply me, oh, I hope I see you at the front.
But then he probably appreciated it at the time, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Going back to those messages, my grandma was so horrible.
oh no.
And I'm telling him, I tell him like random shit like, Don Jazzy, today somebody did this and I'm so shy.
Yeah, that was me
People-
Wizkid
yeah,
on
people
Twitter. I
used to
was
make
like,
more
Ayo, I had a bad day at school today.
You're like, Ayo.
Ayo,
Yeah,
I
Yeah, I was
even
calling him
personal.
Ayo. Yeah, because that was like my boo at that time.
He used to
Oh my
reply.
God.
Yeah, and he used to be like, he was like, oh, hope you had a good day today. I'm like, now that you replied me, it's
I feel
so much
better.
Oh my God.
I had that face too. I had that face.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
So back to the influences.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it was so fascinating to me, and me in my little like 12, 13-year-old like era phase. Cause I could also sing, you know, I could sing really well. But then like I was just like, there's some things that you can't express in melody. Like you have to like spit it hard like 16 or something.
16
to
bars.
it. You understand? Get them 16 bars, you know, get them some shit. So I'll now stand outside New Metro. DJ Jimmy Ja is out there, and I'm like, I have this CD. I've bought this CD. I put my little demos on it, and then like because there were like young people doing it too. There was like Bonafide Crew,
Yeah.
and like all them. So like it was like amazing. It was so like inspiring that like. Because before that, and before like even Tribesmen came on and they were doing their own stuff, like there wasn't really, I don't know, this is my own little bubble of opinion, there wasn't really a rap scene, you know. So like they now came, and the way they were now like, because think about Sasha on that Oya song, her verse, how she comes on and she's spitting bars like Eve, and it's just like, damn, you know, like it was like amazing to me at the time. So like being able to, so even how house, I won't say found me, was honestly because then I went to the studio with Riton, who I used to work with at the time, and he was like, oh, you should do stuff over this type of a beat, and I was like, I don't know what to do on this type of a song. It doesn't really fit what I'm trying to do. And he was like, oh, because I was used to this stuff they would play on like MTV Base, MTV Africa and all that. And I remember they used to play this, Lady, Hear Me Tonight. Like, and I was like, all the songs I know, Sha, they repeat. Like, even that, and then just till I can get my satisfaction. It's always like a repeating, looping. It doesn't, there's no verse, chorus, hook, pre, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, it just sounds like a repeating thing. And he was just like, yeah, just write something that repeats. And that's what I wrote in my notes. And then I wrote Rinse and Repeat based off of like December in Lagos and what that feels like. And I went home that day and I decided I'm moving to Lagos because I was like, this song is not going anywhere.
It's not going to pop here.
Convinced. I was so convinced the song was not going to do anything. Because even in house, like, at the time, it was when like all those like it was like that's what house was at the time. And if you listen to Rinse and Repeat, it's a very stripped back, laid back song. And I was just like, this song ain't going to do nothing. I moved back to Lagos. I made up my mind that week, and then I moved. And then 2 months after I moved is when the song started taking off in like Europe and all that. And then boom, my life changed, and I'm here.
So your life changed when you came back to Lagos and decided to leave Lagos.
I moved to Lagos. I was here.
How long?
I was here until I had a job. I was working at all these Yabakon Valley offices. And then...
As what?
I was doing marketing, digital marketing.
Okay.
And then they used to even deliver my plaques and all my certificates to my office. Me and my co-workers would open it together. Shout out the team. But then I wanted to go to the Grammys and they wouldn't let me go. They were like, oh, you've been flying too much. You said you would only fly once in a while. And then remote work was still very shun. You know how now everybody's like working remote. But then this was 2015. I was working remote. And they were like, nah. And I was like, okay, I gotta go. Bye.
Toodles.
Bye. It seems I gotta go to the Grammys.
Whoopsie. But so, are you doing this? Like, are you doing like your music thing as an indie artist, or you're signed to a record label?
So that's another thing with dance. Like, a lot of dance artists don't like sign themselves. They sign their singles. So I had singles signed to labels.
Yeah.
But
like for the body of work, the Pain Pleasure one is.
But I myself right now, I'm signed to Epic Records.
So you're not an indie artist?
No.
You're not an indie artist.
I'm signed to a major label
Sony.
that controls...
Because
Sony, the conglomerate.
But how is that?
Owns me and all my... And everything I say.
And everything I say. But how has that been? Because for a couple of days and weeks now in Nigeria, you know, record labels have not been getting good. Not been getting good.
Tough.
It's been tough for the record label owners, getting dragged left, right, center. You know, I'm sure they're having headaches.
Yeah.
You know, like not a lot, but some artists have been coming and talk about their experiences. Record label owners saying they took this, they took my splits, they're not allowing me to grow. Some people are saying that, you know, record label owners be telling radio stations not to play their songs when they leave.
Yeah, I won't lie, and also that's one of the reasons why I left Nige, because I formally like left in 2018. I moved back to New York, but then it was because like at the time I would talk to people about record label situations and owning their rights and publishings and mechanical royalties, and no one knew what I was talking about. People would sign, because I mean, I get it, you're excited, someone offers you like, because here I would say there's a system, or not really, is a dysfunctional function that occurs in the music industry in Nigeria, in that they will offer you a flat. Because some of these people, they are bringing from like maybe Jos. If you're a rapper, they are bringing you from like Jos, Kaduna, like the north, because they have an amazing hip-hop scene over there. Then they set you up in apartments. They settle all your transports, all that, yada, yada, yada. And then when you blow, they pay for your flights, they do everything. So they'll not essentially expect you to like sign your life away. Which, to be honest, I was going to sign a Nigerian deal before my own like proper deal kicked in. And they expect you to they expect you to sign a lot away, which I'm coming from a point of privilege here because, you know, I have something or I had something, but some people don't have anything. All they have is music.
Yeah.
You know? And if somebody's giving you this deal and they're offering to pay for your rent for a year and they're giving you management and they're giving you all these things, to you, it sounds appealing. And you're just like, where do I sign? Sometimes you don't even have a lawyer present.
Show me the dotted line.
Exactly. What do you mean? You sign 3 pages and I get this? Okay. And they sign it, you know, and they don't take the time to like, because that's actually something I really is literally on my goal list to like set up like education for like the arts, because people think, oh, okay, because these people have offered these basic necessities, which, to be honest, if you look at the grand scale of things, they are basic necessities. But in the like, think about it, if you have a long successful career, that's below basic. That's like nothing, you know. But lots of people are thinking of the right now. Maybe they're thinking max, maybe 2 years from now, 2-3 years from now. I'm getting 3M for a show. Do you get? So it's just kind of like, I want to really set up like IP education and like, because people, honestly, a lot of people in Nigeria don't know that. Like, even for me, to prevent them from finessing me, I had to take like music courses from Coursera and all that type of stuff to make sure like I was protected. Yeah, and honestly, they really tried. But then I was like, I got the book.
Don't you dare.
I got the book. And there's one quote I remember. I don't remember much from the class. I cannot tell you much from the class.
Yeah.
But what I do know is every time your song gets played, someone is getting paid. That's one thing they kept repeating through the course. And it's like, it's very, 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 very key, because a lot of people don't even realize. They're like, oh my God, they're playing my song in this. But it's just like, who took that money? Someone took that money. And it's not you. You get the clout for it. But who got paid? Who took that check?
Yeah.
But sometimes they argue that the clout brings the money. So it's like, okay, I might not bother
well, it
about
does,
that.
but it's just like, because for someone like me, I'm not the most popular artist in the world, but I know at like 60, I will still be making money from my music, right? Because I have a lot of like things put in place where a lot of my royalties will eventually like revert to me and stuff like that. So I will be good for like, I could decide to not work for a while.
Wow.
You know? I mean,
that's
I'm not saying the money's not that much, but if I was living a minimal lifestyle, it will sustain me, is what I'm saying. But like a lot of, and I think that's what really, really hurts me, because even back to what I was saying about my influences, a lot of these people, like if you don't have a hit one Christmas and you're not booked at corporate Christmas parties and all that every single Christmas, you don't have much, because there's not really a royalty setup here, you know, and they just expect you to just be grateful with scraps. I've received one check with Nigeria on the check, and I made 18 cents from that check that had Nigeria on it.
Wait, how?
18 cents.
This is royalties, I'm assuming.
Yes, 18 cents. And from what I know, my song has been the theme song for some radio ads. You know, they play my songs on some radio. Where the money going? Who can pay for that?
Wait.
Okay, with suspicious eyes. Like,
who can pay for that?
Why would anybody send you 18 cents?
Even that's why, you know, the writers are doing like a writer's strike right now, because the real thing, they would send you a check for 18 cents. The stamp costs more than the check you're receiving, because the stamp is like 50 cents or like 25
Do you think you survive as an artist living in Nigeria and doing music actively in Nigeria?
Like if I was signed to a Nigerian label.
And just living here.
It depends. You know, a label I think that has amazing structure here. Maven has amazing structure here. Maven is like, if I had to sign to a Nigerian label, it would be Maven all the way. But like, I know, like even think about the Kizz Daniel situation now, that they even had the rights to his name and he had to put 2 Z's.
Yeah.
Do you get? So now making his name Kizz. His name is not Kizz Daniel. Why is that? Please. Why is who want to Kizz Daniel?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Do you get? But like that education is not there. Typically. Oh, I'm talking shit today. Hope I don't get canceled.
Oh my god. But I mean, this is so interesting to see that you have this much
education.
Yeah, not even just.
I had to take course. I had to protect
not even
myself.
just education.
Because if you think Nigerians are crazy, white people are worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even just education. Like even going back to your influences. I want to go back there for a minute because I think that because of how much hip hop has evolved now, I think you can. I don't know if you'd be open to it, but that would be fun to see you still try and touch the hip hop thing again.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun to see. Like I could easily hear, and when you mentioned it and you started mentioning your influence, my brain went haywire. Like my mind went to Doja Cat's Paint the Town Red. You could easily pull that off.
I could. You know,
easily pull that off.
Without all the devilish things around it, you could pull
without
off,
the
you could pull off the music without all that theatrics.
No, Opus is like we don't do devils. We don't.
No, all that drama with
Opus
the devilish tail.
Back. Oh my god.
Like,
yeah, because I love Doja, but she tripping right now.
Very creepy.
But yeah, I have thought about it. Like, I would love to collab with a lot of like Nigerian hip, because I feel like there's a little resurgence happening now.
Hip hop is.
Yeah, like I love Odumodu.
Shout out Odi.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Shali Poppy hip hop? Is he hip hop?
Yeah,
Hip-hop.
I mean, their hip hop
Influences.
The funny thing is that for Afrobeat as a genre has hip hop as one of its major foundations.
Yeah.
So you will always catch it here and there.
He's a street pop artist, so yeah, Shali Poppy.
Yeah. I like, cause honestly, and I really hate that. I want to say, I like to call it Bati. Kind of overshadowed because there are lots of like rappers here.
What's Bati?
Like basically Bedu overshadowed hip hop.
Do you understand? Where like even someone like even Black Bones. Black Bones is an amazing rapper.
Yes, he is.
But he gotta do the things he gotta do. And he's a marketing genius also. He knows what he gotta do.
I think
he's doing the things he gotta do.
People now underestimate how much of a great rapper Black Bones is and how hard he is. Black Bones was a battle rap. Like he came from the battle rap on the ground. Like, bro, that's as hard as it gets.
Exactly. And I'm not saying like, if they tell me to speed 16 on radio, I cannot do it too. Me, I'm one of those who in the corner writes my bars and I'm like, all right, I'm ready like 45 minutes later.
But I'm ready though.
Let's go.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna mark you, but it's gonna take me 45 minutes
to write it down.
I have to write it down.
Yeah.
But it's just the type of thing where I'm really sad it kind of died, because
I wouldn't say it died.
Yeah.
I would say two things happened.
What happened?
One was agenda.
Yeah.
That purest form of hip hop was no longer the agenda.
Yeah.
Afrobeat started popping off. White money came into the scene. And when I say white money, I'm not referring to Big Brother Naija.
Guy.
White people's money came into the scene and they put a lot of money behind Afrobeat. So what happened was that the rappers who had range enough to infuse rap into Afrobeat, they survived. So Olamide survived, Fino survived, MI survived, Ilbly survived. The rappers who could do that, they survived. And it was even much better when the rappers who could do that could also put in do it in the local dialect.
Yeah, and make it more relatable.
It was a winner.
Fair.
It was a winner.
Yeah.
So that's one. And even the second thing is that culture is aggressive, man. Culture is like COVID. You know how COVID kept mutating. That's what culture. And music is like that. So it keeps. So hip hop had to go through that here in Nigeria. For us to find, because the original,
even around the world,
the OG form of hip hop that we were doing was not originally our style.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Fair
We copied
enough.
that,
Fair
so we had
enough.
to get to that point where we sort of
Find our own style
in-house.
too.
You know, see South
Yeah.
Africa, and my piano happened, and their rap took a backseat.
That's actually I never thought about it from
took
that
a
angle.
big backseat because all the money from the labels and the distributors.
We go into
they
Amapiano.
pumped money into Amapiano.
So it's like,
Weekly.
do you want to do Amapiano or not?
Weekly.
Do you wanna do this or
And the
not?
rappers who could. I remember one of the first Amapiano records I heard was, I think Melody played it on radio.
Oh, yeah. That one was huge.
Casper Invest.
Yes.
But even when he played it, it wasn't that huge.
It wasn't that huge at the
The time he
time.
played it wasn't that huge.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I was like, Casper is on this? Why? You know, a few months later.
Unbeknownst.
Yeah, a few months later, I got it. So, guys,
Shout
we're
out to
about to
Melody.
go on a break. The conversation continues. You can catch the full episode on Monday. Video on YouTube, audio on all streaming platforms. Thank you for watching live. If you're watching live, we'll be back after the break. The conversation continues. So if you miss anything, Monday, go re-up. Yeah.
Re-up.
So that's literally what I feel like happened to
The hip hop scene.
the hip hop scene. And it's not like niggas like show them come do palm wine and they still bar up on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that
I'm not saying it died, but remember there was a time where it was like the main. It was like
mainstream.
hip hop and then
was-
everything else.
Hip hop was mainstream.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Wizkids and Davidos wanted to be with the rappers. They were
Yep.
hanging out with rappers. They were
Yep.
the only pop guys that were big at the time were the bands and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Face and whatnot. You know, but they wanted to be with.
Be square.
Yeah, they wanted to be with, and even everybody at the time, even the Dibanjis, them,
Chidi Dibanjis.
they embraced that culture side of it, like the braggadocious nature of
Yes,
rap.
the
Yeah.
They
flashy,
brought that. They
flashy.
now brought that into
Yeah.
you know into
Yeah.
Afrobeat. You know, they were doing like 40, 50 bottles in the club.
Oh
you know,
my
the funny
God.
thing about
The bling bling.
pop culture is so crazy is that this whole thing about artists going to the club here in Nigeria and doing like 20 bottles, 30 bottles that you see Davido do. The people who really started it was Don Jazzy and the bunch
Oh.
In Nigeria.
in Nigeria. Like, and I've heard this from a lot of people who were around at the time. I heard about like a particular day where shout out Sauce Kid, where Sauce Kid was on Twitter and Sauce Kid was like, they be telling me Don Jazzy Divine they do like 20, 30 bottles in the club. That's cap. That's a lie. I don't believe y'all. And they were like, okay, come through. Come see how we're living. And, you know, and he went to the club and they were like, so it was not like Soski was like a news anchor that night on Twitter.
Oh wow, you were
Don't have
like
this.
tweeting
They just
live.
did 10 bottles. Shit. They just did 20 bottles. Shit. They just did 20
That's actually hilarious. But that does make sense.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah, it does.
One thing I love about Don Jazzy, I mean, business aside, he's like a marketing genius, honestly, and he knows the things that will grab people's attention, and
The
he's
things you
like
see,
so
yeah.
good at that.
Yeah.
He's like goated fully,
I
honestly.
remember when Don Jazzy was going to the club in pajamas. There was a whole
Yep.
phase.
I remember
Went to
his
club.
walking stick phase.
Yeah, the walking
Wait,
stick
people
phase,
thought
then go
Don
to club
Jazzy
with
couldn't even
pajamas.
talk.
You understand?
Bro.
Fully in
Yeah.
pajamas.
Remember when he would always whisper?
Yes,
He would
everything.
whisper in Don Jazzy's,
Divine
yeah.
ear, like.
Yeah.
That pajamas era was ridiculous. 'Cause I
Was.
like,
Yeah,
was.
he has his. I think he's back in the pajamas era. He just talking now.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. You guys see the? There's no. That's a stupid question. You guys have seen the whole drama, like how it has evolved.
What
The
now?
Mohbad
Yeah.
situation. Have you been able to? I don't even think you can avoid it. I feel like it's something that's is there in your face.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely out there.
You know, I think that one of the things that gave me a headache this week was how I feel like different people were trying to use the chaos, because the chaotic situation. You know, it's the whole death and the stories around it. Everything is still allegedly at this point. That's the truth. Until the police come and tells us what the official statement or the official story is. We know an autopsy is being done.
Yeah.
The Nigerian police has announced that they've concluded the autopsy. They announced that last night on Twitter, and that they will put out the results soon. What I find interesting is how like different people have tried to come and like capitalize on the situation and just using the thing to clout chase. Another thing I also found interesting is how it's now like people are expected to always grieve publicly. Like if you did not, if you're a celebrity and you did not come and post about it, you don't care. And I'm like, when did we get here? Like,
we've been there a long time.
This is crazy. So how do you police grieving?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I should just start from like Kah-lo. What do you think about sharing on social media? Grieving, posting.
So I'll definitely say this. So my dad passed in December.
Wow.
Right? And this was like right as I was wrapping up the album and everything. So I was kind of like left with two choices. Like, you can use your dad's death to sell albums, which I used to be in marketing, it would work, or you can deal with it. But it's just like there was so much to deal with. Like, I hardly talked about it even on. So if I didn't even post him.
Did you post it like on your page?
No, I posted on my story, and I think I tweeted once about it. But it's just like, and I think this is also something that has come with age, because I know for a fact, like 10 years ago, I would have been like all over, posting every single day, yada, yada, yada. But like, people grieve different. And I think that's something I've really learned with age, because a lot of it, I think, is also like selective outrage in that, okay, someone who maybe was like Mohbad's closest friend, they're dealing with a lot of shit. Like, why would their first instinct be to be like, my friend has died, I'm going to post like 10 stories about it? Like, some people don't want to do that because maybe to them internalize this like even disrespect, and then so then attack them to be like, oh, why didn't you post this person, blah blah blah. Like, that's not how everybody deals with stuff, Yeah.
Guys, welcome back from the break. If you missed anything we talked about, which was interesting, by the way, if you missed any of what we just said the last 2 seconds, you need to go check it out. The full episode drops on Monday on YouTube and on streaming platforms. See you on Monday.
So I understand the conversation that Kah-lo, I understand her position on people grieving differently, and also like you mentioning the, in quotes, performative expectation of coming on social media to do certain things. But don't you think that it is understandable if people would expect that if you were close to someone and you lost the person, or if you're going through something on someone you're close to, they would expect that because social media is how your fans don't see you. Your fans don't know what you're dealing with in your house.
Yeah.
Your fans don't know what you do on a daily. Your fans don't know if you're sad about something. The only way that they can see or the only way they can get an idea of what you're doing is on social media. So it feels like, okay, if you're not saying anything on social media, they don't have any other way to tell what is going on with, a fave or something.
I hear that argument, and I think it holds some water. Not a full cup.
Okay. But some water.
Some water. A couple of drops.
Not drops. Fuck you.
But I think that, like, this is in this particular situation.
This is not about this situation, just generally speaking.
So generally speaking, the cup is full.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That cup is full.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
speaking.
But in certain situations, like someone died, maybe your favorite singer is pregnant, or maybe she just gave birth, or maybe she's just taking time to be with family, or it could be anything. I feel like people should remember that the people in question are human beings. Two, I'm also beginning to realize how much power these phones have over our lives. That we've forgotten that we can just be people without the phones. Like, it's not everything you go through that you're supposed to. I wouldn't even say that you're supposed to, right? I feel like there should be balance in everything. And the whole thing of like people bringing every single thing to social media I think it's crazy. I think it's an extreme. And we finding that balance is hard for us. It's tough for us. And it even makes me worry about the next generation. Like, you know, if you're with kids now, let's say 3 to 7 year old kids, if you're in that situation and you scroll on Instagram or TikTok and you hear all those popular sounds, they know it.
Yeah.
And they start dancing to it.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
Which is very wild.
I agree with you 100. Even aside from like, sharing certain things on social media, I even worry about sensory overload.
Yeah.
I think that we live in a generation where there are so many things for people to keep up with. There are too many social media apps that you need to, stay in touch with people on. It's just too much.
And the worst part is now like how the apps, the algorithms are smart. They're very smart now. So they know how to get you. So I feel like one of the greatest things that human beings created was figuring out advertising. Advertising is one of the greatest things that man came up with.
Yeah.
Because we figured out people's pressure points
and what to apply pressure on,
and what people are slaves to, right?
We weaponize it,
and we weaponize it. So in the 70s and 80s, it was sex. Right, so it was sex, but the thing is that it's brilliant. Just here, it was sex, right?
Go on.
But it's not like buy this car, you attract the chicks.
Yeah,
the chicks will look at you sexy, you know. But wear these jeans, all the boys will go crazy about you.
No, I mean it's always been that way though, because that's
23.
effective. That's effective marketing.
It hit its peak.
When?
70s and 80s.
So
okay.
So are you guys saying now that the way the power that sex had as a tool back then, it doesn't have that power now?
I mean, it does now, but the real thing now is not even sex anymore.
It's what?
It's rage. It's rage.
Yeah,
it's
outrage.
Anger. It's outrage. So the algorithm now knows the kind of content you are drawn to.
That will make you upset.
The ones that make you happy, the ones that make you upset. So let's say you are a raging misogynist. The Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate, I was about to mention.
And you're like, and you see a video of, for example, let's say a rich celebrity, his wife cheated on him and she's divorcing him and she's taking half his wealth.
You know what I hate the most? Because Twitter now is like there's the For You and there's your regular timeline. And sometimes I open up my phone. That's the default is it For You.
Default is For You and it's intentional.
So sometimes I go on there and I'm like, why am I seeing all these things that are attacking this one person?
That's my favorite part of Twitter.
This can't possibly be what my whole timeline is talking about.
The funny thing is that's my favorite part of Twitter. I'm never unfollowing.
Oh wow.
Never.
But now the algorithm.
No, but then it shows people who you don't even follow.
Yes.
That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see what I'm following because I feel like on the For You part, I'm out. It's the reason I prefer to be on that For You part is I'm not aware of what is going on in my immediate surrounding.
So you don't want to be aware of what's happening.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know what
you're more interested in what's happening outside.
Do you understand? Because I don't want to know what people around me are saying. Like, keep that to yours. I'm never there. So I'm always like getting information. Like now, for example, I knew when people started getting upset about Remy Ma and Papoose.
But then it's showing you information in things you want to know based on the things you engage with already.
Actually.
So it's just like, how do you know how can you be objective if it's not even showing you what is actually happening? It's just showing you what, based on your likes and your preferences, it seems like you would take distance. So here you go.
Yeah, but
and I don't like Instagram's, what they call it?
Algorithm.
No, what's that page? Explore page.
I
don't think it got.
Okay, I like it because it has very nice recipes for cookies.
I mean, because you like that kind of content. So for example now,
I
right?
like it.
For example now, right? Before man's got into a relationship,
man's
be checking out the girl them, right?
Oh no!
But like the girl them I'm checking out. It's not the girl them you're showing me on
You know what you're gonna do now? You know what you're gonna do?
Yeah,
you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna press those 3 dots at the top. You're gonna tap that. You're gonna say not interested. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna get recipes for cookies.
Do you understand?
Recipes for cookies.
Very easy. Exactly.
I'm already the girl them sugar. I don't need no.
Except I can't be
Yes,
serious.
I like tall, slim girls. That's my spec. Melody, you're not my spec.
I wasn't even. Are you on?
I
Don't
saw
do that.
you starting to touch your
Don't
hair.
do-
Like, nah, dog.
Whatever.
I'm like Timberlake.
That's that. Like, but the Explore people been showing me girls with big boobs, big ass. I'm like,
Then you just tap not interested.
Why are you showing this
that
to me?
is the beautiful / sad thing about the internet, because you can literally create your own bubble.
Yeah, you can.
Right?
You
You
can.
just say not interested, and then things you like, just double tap
I
that.
like that with reels though. Once in a while on Instagram reels to show, do you like this kind of content? You ask that question.
Oh yeah, they do
Yes.
push
And reels
that.
is on point because me, I like that. So my reels content is music stuff, dogs.
Dogs.
I love
Okay.
dogs. Babies playing, children doing silly things.
Okay.
That's literally it. That's it. That's my reels content.
Really? And then you explore pages. Boobs.
Kah-lo,
No,
please.
not anymore. This was then. Now, this was
How you
then.
get from dogs and
This-
cute babies
this
to
was-
boobs?
This was then when I was checking when
Okay,
man
then,
was
okay.
on the block
All right.
on the
all right.
streets.
Okay.
Why pain pleasure?
Well, so what had happened was some people tried to finesse me in the music industry, and that made me very upset.
Yes.
So that is very evident also in my Funds music video, which is available on YouTube.
Go check it out.
Go check it out.
Okay.
So I was very, very angry for a long time, and shout out my therapist. She advised me to write about it. So the first, I want to say 5 songs about violence, and I hate you, and I hope you die. And then the last half is about having fun.
No, but on your body of work.
Yeah.
So if you say like the fire.
It's the way she said that having fun. You sounded like someone from like all those adults on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Okay, but
having fun.
the song, the It's Girl, you're not trying to kill anybody there.
It Girl is funny. I'm actually very happy you asked me this question, because It Girl originally was a very dark song. So what had happened was this was like one of the last songs I wrote in my apartment in New York.
Okay.
And my apartment used to like overlook Manhattan's skyline.
Mad.
And I wrote it on a Friday night. And usually a lot of the events, like, because I'm used to like industry events there, like, I don't go to a lot of industry events here. Here,
Why?
I get
What's
to
the
be
difference?
just. Hurry down.
What's the difference between industry event here and industry event there?
It starts on time. It starts on time. That's all I'm gonna say
Shots
about
were
that.
not fired. Facts are just facts.
Yeah.
Facts are just facts.
Yeah. If they say 7 to 2, it's 7 to 2. If you are there past 2, they kick you out. Yeah.
So you were saying someone was trying to finesse you in the industry.
Yes, so It Girl is like, so I'm used to going to all these like fashion parties where it's like all these models. And the crazy thing about all these models who are like the It Girls, they're always so sad. Like, they're beautiful. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. But then you go to the bathroom or like you see them in the corner, they're so sad. Because they don't know who their real friends are, but they're very gorgeous and everybody wants to be their friend. Every guy wants to sleep with them. It's great. But like, and I think that's why even the song goes like, she's the It Girl. She can't control it. Because it's not her fault. She was born gorgeous.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I think that's like the dark side of pretty privilege that people don't talk about.
Like the line you just dropped now, I was literally just about to say that. Because every time people talk about pretty privilege, they never talk about the other side.
Yeah, there's the other side, because you don't
Pretty
know who's
privilege
only
got a-
trying
got
to
a
be your
dark
friend.
side.
There is a dark side to
a
pretty
very
privilege.
dark side
As
of
we
pretty
both can attest
privilege.
to. I stand with you, girl.
Oh my God.
I can't believe it right now. Like, why would anyone think there is no dark side to
There's
pretty
a dark
privilege?
side to pretty privilege.
Let's dig more into this. This dark side
yeah.
of pretty privilege.
Yes, we are more than happy to answer
Let's start
your
with you.
questions.
Melody, first
please.
first round. Ding ding ding.
Let's not do this. But to be very honest, I feel like it is very dishonest for people to talk about pretty privilege and not talk about the dark side.
Yeah.
Because first and first, people just assume that you're dumb.
Yeah.
First things first.
Yeah.
People just think that you're dumb.
And once
that's one. Then secondly, when you're excelling in things, you're like maybe you're killing your job, you're killing your career, you're getting all these things. People always just assume first as
maybe
a pretty
you slept
girl,
with someone
maybe you slept with someone to get the job. Then also when you now maybe you get a job, you have the capacity to do the job. People now think that because you're doing the job, people want to approach you on, oh, let's fucking have sex, or let's fuck you, let's just have sex. People are literally just chasing you in a way that other people can just regularly just do their job and wake up in the morning and just go about their job. But you have to deal with how to navigate all the advances and whether you want to say, know what you want to say.
Yeah. See? There we go. She listed it all. The downsides of pretty privilege.
Points were made.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. So originally, like, I think there's a part where I go, that girl's a dream. She means everything.
Probably said her dress is dropping off her shoulder.
She means everything. And the original line was, she means everything to no one.
Why did you take that out?
Because they were like, it's too dark. Kah-lo, chill.
Oh.
And then they cut that line out.
But that's literally...
And now it's a summer happy song, but it's on pain.
Because actually,
but that's why it's on pain.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah,
go listen to it
now with that lens.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah, because then everybody's like, oh my God, everybody wants her attention. Everybody thinks she has it all. And like, then you look at her and it's just like, oh no. And I think it happened. Okay,
did you experience this real time?
I did. And oh God. Okay, you know what, fuck it, I can say it. So I was at a party and Gigi Hadid was right there.
Okay.
And like you could tell, like if this was somebody that was a random girl in like a dive bar, I would have been like, oh honey, what's wrong? But no one around her could tell something was wrong because obviously she's sad, but she still looks gorgeous when she's sad, you know? And I was just like, oh no, she's... And I think that's because usually when I have real life experiences,
torture, bro.
I like write things down. So I was very waved, but I wrote it down. I was like, she's the it girl. She can't control it. No, but and
so
she
you saw that in real life. You wrote it down.
Yeah, I wrote it down, and then I was trying to like think of lyrics when they sent me the beat, and I was like, oh, it sounds like a fashion party, and that was the most recent fashion party I had just been to, and I was looking outside. I was looking at my view, and I was like, something like this is probably happening right now. It's probably Fashion Week or something. You know, Fashion Week just passed, and you see all these models. Like, have you seen that image of like the models at Fashion Week where the sling back shoes that they're walking on is like bruising their feet?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's just like, oh my God, you're so lucky to be walking for Yves Saint Laurent and like yada yada yada. But it's just like she wants to kill herself.
You know, this particularly reminds me of I think one of my favorite dance songs of all time. Just because of the right thing, and I wish they let you leave that line in. It would have brought so much.
Yeah, go and even because I think even without the line, if you go and listen to it, you can still get that vibe.
You still get that. Yeah.
That's why I opted to like leave it in the pain section.
Yeah. It reminds me of Gypsy Woman, Crystal Waters.
Yeah.
She's just like you and me.
Exactly, but
she's homeless. Like
but it's hard.
What?
But it's hard.
Why?
But it's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so man.
And she's singing for money.
But that's actually a very, very like important explanation. So like sing.
Yeah, it is.
So she inspired that particular song.
Yeah, it was like because I have a lot of like model friends in New York City.
And they share like experiences.
And like I know the things that actually go on. Like a lot of them are really sad, you know, but they're gorgeous.
You were saying you have model friends, yeah? Well, go on.
Go to your relationship. Except go to your relationship.
Except like 5 minutes ago.
My girlfriend knows. She knows I have a thing for models. It's harmless. Don't worry.
Oh, so beautiful.
She knows.
Please,
oh my God.
Please don't kill me. So for you as a person, I like the fact that when you're talking about these experiences, like I didn't even know that's what you were referring to. But I love how very descriptive you were with the music.
Yeah.
And I think that listening to the body of work, pain and pleasure, even with the title, I can tell that you're someone who puts like your experiences in your music.
Oh yes.
How do you like draw the line for you so that you are not oversharing? I think now also you also mentioned your therapy and your therapist telling you to put all your anger in your music.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes like restrain yourself from oversharing?
Yes. Because left to me, I will lay it all out. I will open my ash in the middle of the center.
And tell everybody, like everybody.
That's my toxic traits. I can't shut up. But obviously, you know, I have to, because the wonderful thing about music is that music lives on for like forever.
Yeah.
Like when I'm 6 feet under and all that, my music will still be playing, inshallah, and all that.
Yep.
So it's just type of thing where I have to be careful the things I want to say.
Yeah.
You know, and I have to. So even that's why this album was very important, because I was going through a lot, and there are things that, and it was a lot of it was like industry stuff.
Wow.
That I was going through. So it was just type of thing where I wanted to really like kind of have it as a time capsule of what I was going through, but also like still be like a message where like, cause like funds, and I'm someone who, I've worked a 9 to 5 before. I've worked like in America, and I've worked here, and and I know what it feels like when maybe you find out, oh, the person next to you in the cubicle next to you doing the same amount of work that you are, and all that type of stuff is making way more money than you, and how pissed that gets you. And so I wanted funds, even though yes, they were finessing me for my money and all that. I wanted it to be like relatable enough where if I'm pissed off and I'm going to ask my boss for a raise, this would be like my hype song. You know?
You have to mentally prepare yourself for the conversation.
Like, because for me, it used to be like Kanye songs where I'm like, okay, this person pissed me off and I have to confront them. And it used to be like a Kanye song.
Which
like
Kanye song?
People were doubting him. Look, I have this touch this guy tatted on my hand.
Wow.
I'm going to
Right
testify.
Yeah. I have one tattoo.
Like Kanye has like real life fans.
Yeah, or like
Wow.
This old Kanye. I would like to clarify.
Better.
I do not align with current Kanye. This is September of 2023. Kah-lo
Kanye
does not
getting head
align
in Venice on a
with,
boat.
Yeah, Kah-lo does not align with anything. Kanye has actually, as a matter of fact, all of 2023
Kanye.
and 2, and perhaps 1.
Exactly.
I do
2020.
and 0. I do not align with. But old Kanye, late
Old
registration Kanye, my
Okay.
goat. So I would listen to like Kanye to like hype myself up, especially when I needed to like confront someone, which that happened a lot when I was dealing with a lot of this industry stuff. I was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, I need to make like my versions of those, you know, where it can speak for me. Because even sometimes I listen to my songs to ginger myself to like be like, I gotta do this, you know. And then it can also be relatable to someone who's like, you know, working at their cubicle and stuff.
Wait, as someone who is like a dance artist,
But still fun and
but still
upbeat.
fun.
Yeah.
How did you feel the first time, your first Beyonce Renaissance play?
I was like, I'm like, I don't want the beehive coming for me. Next question.
For me, I was like, Kah-lo should be here. You
Yeah.
know? And I think, did you get those kind of calls? Like, did people call you? Or did you
Yes,
hear people say
I
stuff
got a lot
like,
of DMs. I think I even made like a TikTok about it because Drake dropped that album. And then Renaissance came out either the week after or 2 weeks
No, I
after.
think Drake came after. No,
Drake
Drake
came
came
before.
Drake came first.
A week before. Then Beyonce drops like,
there
it's
was
like,
even
what's
a
going
rumor
on?
that Kanye was working on a dance
Yeah.
project
So
as
it was
well.
just kind of like my phone was going off because even my label was like, Kah-lo, see? And I'm like,
It's your time, innit?
I've been making this for a minute.
So
you
what am
know?
I supposed to do now?
Yeah, what I'm supposed to do. That's what the album sounds like. The fuck? Well, I can't change anything right now. We're doing paperwork, you know? So it's just like, I mean, it was nice because then it like made, because I think even Shade Room did a whole thing of like, oh, people who have been killing it in dance music, and I was on there. So that was nice,
Yeah.
you know? But it's just like,
Got your props and all.
yeah,
Your
dance
OG.
music, even though it was founded by like black people and culturally like African American people, but it's very much a white male dominated space right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, where even if like, I mean, yeah, you can play some of the Beyonce and the Drake records right now because they put it in like this cool niche. But like
And
if you're
the Kah-lo
making it
records.
and you're not Beyonce Drake level, you're still like kind of underground, you know? Yeah.
Ayeleo.
Like that.
So I'm so sorry. I'm so
Guys, we're
I'm
about
so
to go on
sorry,
a
guys.
break. Please remember that the full episode drops on Monday on YouTube
I'm so sorry.
and all streaming platforms. Catch it on Monday. See ya.
Wonderful.
I can't believe it.
I'm so sorry.
I'm looking for. I don't know if it has happened. I don't think so because I think I would have caught it. But I'm very much looking forward to when you get to collab or work with Kitranada. Is that what how's his name pronounced?
Kitranada.
Kitranada.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I think so. I think so. I heard the project he did with Amine.
Yeah,
And I was like,
Kitramine.
Kitramine, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. I'm back again. I still stand on this my small agenda that I'd really love to hear you rap.
That you guys, the album.
yeah.
I do a little rap shit on the album.
Yeah, but like on a
on like real like rap.
on a like
type
a hip hop level, you know.
Who knows? I mean, call me Odimodo or whoever.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
How long are you still around for? Are you still around for long?
For like a month.
Yeah. Opus.
Yeah.
We'll go. Let's get her in the stew.
Oh yeah, no.
People. You know. I see. So I heard your music, and I always felt like the fact that you deliver the way you deliver makes you stand out. But I never pieced it back to you having hip hop influences. So now,
because even all that, I think I tried to make I can even probably play for you. I tried to make a remake to Plenty Nonsense once.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And like because obviously it's all these like Oyinbo DJs, they don't know. So they were like, what are you listening to right now? I was like, honestly, I'm listening to my childhood shit. And the guy is, I played them 2 songs. I played Plenty Nonsense, and then I played Wasu for them. So we made a cut that was like a flip of Plenty Nonsense, and they sampled it in this sick way. I might not end up using the song, but I think someone needs to use that beat because the beat is hard, because it samples Plenty Nonsense in this like amazing modern way.
Yeah.
And then the other guys used like inspiration of the beat patterns of like Baby Me Show.
Okay.
And that's what Pain and Pleasure is.
Mad.
The actual track Pain and Pleasure.
Do you produce now? Do you produce?
Nah. I mean, once in a while, if the spirits should tap an MPC or whatever.
What's it like you're between, more or less now, it's like you're between Lagos and New York. Two very strong cultural cities.
Yes.
Not like in music and in other things, you
yes.
know. Or let's even go zone into like music alone. What's it like? I feel like I'm jealous because I feel like you get to take influences from here and there, and you bring all that
mash it all
into the music. What's the dance music scene like out there in New York?
Oh, it's it's crazy. Sticky floors. I think Black Coffee, even because he just did MSG, Madison Square Garden, and then he did an after party at as a much bigger venue.
Okay.
I mean, not bigger, but like is very big. It's like called Brooklyn Mirage, which is like, I think is a 10K or 5K. It depends on how much of it they open. It can be 5 or 10K, and that's where the after party was, because that's how like the dance scene is very like.
Yeah.
It's very intense, I would say. Yeah.
Do you like intense? Do you do intense?
That's the thing. I used to like intense in my early 20s. I used to love intense, but now I'm just like, I just want to go home.
Super chill.
I just want to go home,
guys.
I just want to be my blanket.
For so long.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. By the way, apparently at the moment there's a lot of money flowing through your city right now, New York.
Through it. Who is putting the money there?
I saw news today. The United Nations General Assembly is happening.
Oh yeah.
And apparently, whenever that happens,
sharing money.
They make it rain on the strippers. Make it rain on the strippers.
Wait, for real?
For real.
Is that clips?
Yeah, there's a headline I read today. Global leaders / diplomats splurging over $100,000 on strip clubs and $5K per prostitute. I saw that headline today. So You guys are going very, very crazy right now in New York. Guys, welcome back from the break. If you missed anything that was said, please remember to check us out on Monday on all streaming platforms and on YouTube. And you can also catch reruns of this on Pop Central TV. Yes. Woo. So there's a lot of money. You're missing out, but you're not about that life.
I miss out too. Sometimes I wish I wasn't raised with morality. It would be so much easier for me.
Were your parents like pastors or like strong Christians? Were you like back here when you were raised? Were you going to church every Sunday?
No, I'm Muslim actually.
You're Muslim?
Yeah, man's is Muslim, inshallah, and that.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea. I could never.
Yeah, Allahu Akbar.
Oh, wow. What state are you from here in Nigeria?
Lagos. Lagos. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Lagos Island.
When you left the 9 to 5 to do the music thing fully, how did your family take it? African child. I feel like this Gen Z now, like, there's a lot of music success stories, so it's easy for you to have that conversation with your parents.
I think I referenced that actually in the Billboard article because it was just like, then there were no like sustainable, and it's kind of like what I said about how if you're a musician then like you're not getting back other royalties right now.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you are in that maybe they just put your songs on Spotify very recently and people are just discovering it and then you're making a few. But like it wasn't sustainable and it was just like it was so ridiculous. Even now that I think about it, like if I was a parent right now and my child said to me, if I was a parent then and my child said to me, I would have also probably reacted the same way they reacted. Right? Because it was just like it was so silly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but they didn't react so well. No.
Oh my God. What's happening? What's happening with the love relationship side?
Oh geez.
How's that side going?
It's going wonderfully.
Are you in a relationship?
Yes.
Well, are you in a relationship with a Nigerian?
Yes.
Interesting.
I'm giving you one word answers.
No, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Melody had to step out, but I'm sure she would have a lot to say.
Well, thank the Lord she's not here. Allahu Akbar.
The life of an artist can be a lot. A lot of pressure, a lot of schedules. How do you balance it out? How do you make time out for family? How do you make time out for your relationship?
That's a very good question. Well, I will say, because, obviously with my dad passing recently, and, there's this strong desire to be there for my family a lot more.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my earlier career, I was like, I think at the peak, I was doing like 80 shows a year, and they were all in like different countries. So it was very tough being present. So now I just like, I'm more intentional, I want to say, with like communication and checking in and being there for like, even like my nephews and my mom and siblings and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my.
Just intention. Yeah. Intention is the big difference.
You see the thing with intention, right? So this is always a conversation on Twitter where women say, "Oh, this came up recently." I started seeing a lot of those tweets. I think the algorithm started serving it up.
I told you, not interested.
Yeah,
click it.
About how shout out to men that apparently there's this thing men do where when the relationship starts,
what do men do again?
It's all sweet and nice, and then all of a sudden he's very busy. And they're like, shout out to men that are busy,
I've not gotten that yet,
but still make out time for you and stuff like that. And I was like, but niggas be busy though.
Yeah, but there's intention, because you can be mega busy.
What if I have the intention to be there, but life is just lifing?
That is not really intention, is it?
Oh my God.
Because when I say intention, maybe I'll give an example in that. I would say earlier in my career, if they said, "Oh, you have to do this," and it coincided with maybe like a thing my family had been planning, or like I'll be like, I'm still in that rise and grind, blah blah energy. So I would like be like, oh no, I have to do this other thing. But now I prioritize the family event over like what I have to do now.
Interesting.
And that's intention, because it's just like I've blocked this thing out in my calendar. It is a family thing.
It's for family today.
Yeah. So do not book anything on these days, and then I make the time to be there. And that, my dear, is intention.
Wow, that's my idea. Okay. What was it like collaborating with Idris Elba?
Oh, it was great. It was very wonderful.
Did you guys meet physically?
Not for the song, but we've met physically since the song. Yeah. It was very interesting.
How did that happen? What's the story there?
A random person DM'd me, like, and I thought it was a scam, because I was just like, why would Idris Elba? Because I didn't even know he was making music at the time. This was, I think, pre-Boasty Idris Elba. So I was like, what do you mean that this is not true? And then lo and behold, they sent me the track. That's his voice. And also, this is pre-AI. So I was like, oh, it's definitely Idris Elba. And there's an empty verse here. So I did it. And then I got in touch with him officially and all that. And yeah, he's great. He's a very wonderful guy.
Nice. Another thing that you've done, you're probably one of the young Nigerians out there who has music that has gotten like a lot of sync placements.
Oh, jeez. Not this.
Sync has come through for you.
Yes.
And you have come through for sync.
Yes.
What's that like? Because I feel like, so first of all, here at home, we are entering that phase where people are becoming more conscious of sync, licensing, publishing deals. Like, in the last 2 to 3 years, especially in the last 2 years, the amount of I need a publishing deal,
nice.
It's been ringing up and down.
Yeah.
And people weren't that conscious about it. What's your experience been like with sync and the process? How tedious is it? How crazy is it rather?
Well, mine is definitely, and I don't know if it's also, again, the way I phrase things or whatever, but I was getting sync even long before I got a publishing deal. I didn't even know you had to. Honestly, I didn't even know my case was unique to me, because I thought every professional musician got sync.
When did you find out that your case is different?
When I signed to Epic, and then my A&R was like, oh, maybe we might be able to see if we can possibly get a sync. I'm like, yeah, I get syncs all the time. And he's like, what? Why didn't you say this? And I'm like, does everyone not get sync all the time?
Nah, they don't, bro.
Yeah, I did not. I was not aware of this. And then I literally now had to compile a document documenting all the sync I had gotten. And it was so much sync, we couldn't even fit it into one page. And I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
This is an issue. I mean, it's not a bad issue.
It's a good thing.
It's a good issue.
You're like, but then it dawned on you how...
Yeah, because then that's when they told me, people like can go through a whole career and not get to sync.
It'd be rough out here, trust me.
Yeah, but I get like... I probably can't...
You're on FIFA? You've been on FIFA?
Yeah, I got FIFA this year, and this is my 4th FIFA placement.
Mad.
This one.
Mad. Yeah. Some people even get that once and it's a wrap.
Yeah. So, I think I have 3 video games this year.
Oh, mad.
So, that's nice.
Mad.
Yeah.
Mad. Opus, let's see some of this money, please. shout out to Opus behind the scenes, behind the camera.
Shout out Opus. Shout out Opus Republic.
When did you guys start working?
This year.
Nice. I just recently found out that Opus has a whole wife and all.
Yeah,
a whole wife.
Yeah, like we were at the launch.
You like half.
We're like a label event and Opus just does it casually, like, me and my wife. What? Bro, what?
Like, bro, step back. Step back.
Flip it and reverse it.
That sounds like a Nigerian man thing. Yeah, but it's true now. It's always so casual. Like,
you do.
Juliet, that's my wife. Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No,
But it's true. But it's true. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's my wife. I met my wife. Oh, cool. Handshake.
Yeah.
As opposed to, wow, 10 years ago when I met my wife.
It's not supposed to be a rollout.
There should be a whole speech.
It's not supposed to be a rollout.
There should be a rollout.
Yeah.
The day I met her, she threw me off my feet.
Yeah.
She saved
Changed my life.
You know those American, those maybe like African American
declarations of love.
Declarations of love.
Yeah.
When the man would say, when I met her, my life changed.
Yeah.
She swept me off my feet.
I mean,
I felt like I could fight the dogs. I felt like I could take over the world.
Maybe it might be a little too much for a casual introduction.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah.
But it would be nice.
It would be nice.
It would be nice once in a while.
I mean, but that's anyway. I used to always like question. So when people do this thing you just described now, I said, nigga, you're capping. The story is too much. Like
it's too long.
But I now accept that it's true. There are people who have like those magical moments. You know how they met their partner.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Magical moment is nice.
My current girlfriend, I was at an event and she was like walking in. She was the first person I saw.
And did the whole room shut down?
And I couldn't remove my eyes.
You couldn't take your eyes off of her. You saw her from across the room.
And I was speaking at
from across the room.
And in that moment, I knew you were the one.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love it.
And I watched a rom-com today.
I love rom-coms. Which one?
Love at First Sight.
Yes, I think it's.
Wait, which one is that? Who's in that? Who's in?
It's like a B-list. It's like it's full of like upcoming guys. I think only the lady. Is her name Kah-lo or I can't remember her name.
Love at First Sight.
It's on Netflix.
I'm gonna find. I love rom-coms.
It's based on a book. It's based on a novel, and the novel is called "The Statistical Probability of Falling in Love at First Sight." That's that's the name of the book of the novel.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just reduced it to Love at First Sight, but the movie is amazing.
It is. Look at him talking about rom-coms. That's so nice. Look at you. You whipped.
I don't really.
You whipped.
I don't even watch.
He said, I'm sprung. How'd you get me?
And ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this episode.
You in there, I'm telling you. I'm sprung.
You know the worst part? You know what makes this worse? You know what makes this worse? I love that song. I love it so much.
Kah-lo, you're the best. You're the best.
But the movie's amazing about like this girl that misses her flight and now she has to book another flight and she has to pay business class and she calls her dad.
Wait, don't spoil it because I'm going to watch that.
But it's amazing. She meets a guy on the plane. She meets a guy
I'm going to watch it. Can you not do it? Can you please not? I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that. Yeah.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Wonderful.
I'll watch it.
Guess what?
We need to watch it.
Thing. So I tweet about the movie that I watched it by accident. It's great. It's crazy. Guess who else has watched the movie? Tolani.
I saw his tweet.
I said, I'm like, are we getting old? My nigga, we're supposed to be harder.
I saw.
You're supposed to be in the club.
We're supposed to be
smoking on that shisha.
Gangster.
Nah.
Smoking shisha in the corner in the back of the club.
So it's like I don't know. So when you know Excel and Tony be saying stuff like we're supposed to be hardcore. The first person that ruined hardcore for me, that I always had this mental image of him being hardcore, is Jay-Z. And these days, not even these days, for a long time,
He's just crazy about his wife.
Corny ass shit.
He did cheat on his wife, so he got
Hey. First of all,
he did.
There's no proof that my man holds.
There's a whole album about it.
Hey, you could have
it's called Lemonade.
A marketing thing. Marketing, you know it's possible.
Okay, it is possible.
I promise you that.
No, did he do like an interview with like Letterman or something?
Yeah, where he spoke about going to therapy.
Yeah,
It could still be a
did that shit.
It could be a
Kah-lo, but I would stay on the part of life that says that it was a marketing plan.
You think so?
That's where I want to be.
Fair enough. They calculated.
That's where I want to be.
No, she's saying that just for her own sanity.
For my sanity.
She's too much.
But you're okay.
She's too much a Beyonce
You
fan
wanna
to
be-
accept that anybody cheated on the queen.
Delulu is the Salulu. Delulu is the Salulu.
That's where I want to be. That's where I want to be. So I think it's a
Delulu
marketing
is the
strategy.
Salulu for you.
Be this.
She's happily Delulu.
I can't believe you.
But yeah, Jay-Z is crazy about Beyonce.
It's just like,
Yeah.
nigga, please. Everyone's like greatest rapper of all time.
Go.
Chill.
I mean, but I remember watching a Charlemagne interview, and Charlemagne was like, I don't know any man
Yeah.
doing well career-wise
Yeah.
that now ruined his relationship or marriage.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good woman, ruined it over like cheating, and years later it's still okay.
Okay, I think Lani shared that with
Mentally
me.
or emotionally, like
Yeah, I've
they're
seen
not
it.
okay, like,
I've seen it.
you know, because
Yeah, I've seen it.
so it's like cheating is like, I know how much we talk about, like, so he was talking about the culture of like how much people make it like, oh, you have money now, go do whatever you like, you know. And it's like, nah, like, especially when you're grown and you have your family,
Yeah.
like, don't throw away that for just like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or
Yeah, I
1
saw that
hour,
video.
and you know,
I saw that video.
of pleasure. And
It's just 15 minutes though. It's not like 2 minutes.
is that your experience? Is that
I'm
your
just-
experience? Hey, man.
Let's not do that. Like, it's
Do
15
you,
minutes.
my nigga.
Okay, cool.
Do you?
Whatever. Delulu is a Lulu.
Is this a Lulu for you?
Do you, my nigga?
For you.
Do you write jingles?
Yeah.
You probably should start writing jingles.
I mean, we've established this. Think,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like for
You are
brands, like you don't do like
hilarious.
special brand.
Oh, yeah.
Jingles.
Brands, hit me up. Which
You
camera
know.
do I look into? Brands. Hello.
Nigerian brands call Opus Republic. Let them
If
set it
you,
up.
yeah,
with
call,
Kah-lo.
hit them up. Oh, it too.
Who's your favorite artist?
Of all time,
Yeah.
old Kanye.
What the? Is it?
Old Kanye.
You know the funny thing about
He
this?
said, wow.
You know the funny thing
Who
about
were you
this?
expecting her to mention? Who?
Who?
Why not?
That's her manager, by the way. He said he didn't expect
It's
her to
old
say Kanye.
Kanye. Old Kanye.
I'm always very surprised. Okay, let me know.
I love the old Kanye, the
Yeah.
pink polo Kanye.
Yeah, because honestly, if like, and it sounds like an exaggeration, because in my therapist, she was like, write down the things that make you you. And I'm like, if someone don't like old Kanye,
The therapist
you can't
white.
like me.
The therapist white.
Yeah, unfortunately. But she changed my life though. She changed my life though.
For real, for
Shout
real.
out to Kah-lo's
For real.
therapist.
But you know the funny thing is that I see a lot of TikTok videos, because I watch a lot of all of these therapy videos where a lot of black women complain about having white therapists, that they don't get their reality. How do you?
Yeah, because then they give you they were like, you need to stand up to your parents and tell them that you have boundaries. It's like, what do you mean? In my house?
Africa House.
You want me to tell them what's gonna
Well,
happen
let
to
the
me
shop
in that
slap.
situation? They're like, you are whatever age you are. I will not reveal my age on
Yeah.
You are an adult. You need to set your boundaries. You can't have your family coming to stay
She's getting
where you
the
are.
accent.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Sharon? What do you mean? You want me to tell them? No, you write what I'm supposed to say, because I can't say it.
So in reference to that, I'm going to come back to like your therapist and changing your lives. I saw a tweet that was trending on social media where someone was talking about what is the hardest thing about living with your African parents. And somebody said something. Somebody said the lack of privacy to feel sadness.
Yeah. Because why are you burning your face? No, why are you sad in their house? Why are you burning your face?
I have held on to that tweet like this all week, because it's like, someone said that you'll be so sad, they'll say ask you to make semo. It's like, what are you doing?
And you are now making it you're obsessed. What do you mean?
Let me tell you
They'll wake
something.
you up for 5 a.m. prayers.
It's,
Good morning. Come on, sing now.
on Sunday morning, like, why you don't get to church? It's like, I don't want to go.
You
Why?
cannot be sad in peace.
You can't process your
You cannot be
sadness.
sad in peace.
I promise you that it is so annoying, because I can't relate to the part where they say that, you are so sad, but your Nigerian parents will ask you to make semo, because that's not my reality.
Yeah.
Jonas are like,
Not my
nobody's asking me to do
reality
shit. I'm not going to do nothing.
Not because you're sad, made the house no shop.
My business, bro. Like,
Shane, I mean,
I'm
do
just,
you?
I'm just saying that typically that's not my reality, like cooking and shit, like in the house and stuff. But the lack of privacy to feel sadness,
Yeah, lack of privacy, period.
especially when you're sad, it feels like they are trying to help you
Yeah.
process your sadness. It's like, and as a person, I don't like to be
Yeah.
spoken to.
You want to be like left alone.
Leave me in. That's what my mom like in the morning. She's like, do you want me to make you breakfast? And I'm like, no. Are you okay? Yes.
But I feel like the flip side of the flip side of this is
Then it's the family meeting. Is it texting someone to say, your sister has not come out of her room all day. Oh. Do you want to ask her? And that thing, it gets me. So then my brother now called stylishly, like, how are you now? I'm like, oh, I'm cool. Like,
you're not supposed to complain because this is the good side. What you're telling me is even a very balanced family.
Yeah, because at least they check
it's a
on
very
you.
balanced, nice family. They told your brother to call, and your brother is calling.
Bro,
come out from that.
No, don't do it.
They'll take to come out from that. Most people.
No. But it's just like
you have it good. It's what I'm
have
telling you. You have
good.
it really good.
You have it good.
It's
You
just
have
like,
it really good.
There's always like family meeting for your sadness. It's like, do you want to let's talk about it. Did I call your sister? I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody. And also because a lot of times, my
They
mom.
don't say it's because you're not praying.
No, I'm not. No, yeah.
Let
Let me tell you the funny thing that happened. So last quarter, I was talking to my mom about like I had a meeting at work, and I was telling my mom about how, oh God, I'm just feel like, okay, cool. And I was like, this happened in my meeting. I'm just having like a very tired day. Like I was having a very stressful day at work. I just told my mom casually like, did you pay your tithe this month?
Oh yes, the devil has robbed you of your joy.
She's like, did you pay? I'm like, mommy. She said, no, you have to. These are the things.
And then how long was that lecture?
It was like, then it was so bad that I had to like end the conversation. She now said to me, Jeremiah, read this place, Jeremiah 3. And I'm like, this one, I don't want to say nothing. But Nigerian parents, I also get the part of this coming from a place of love, but sometimes I just want to be left alone.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes.
I feel like the flip side of that is that it's one of the reasons why Africans are tough. These small things is why Africans are tough, and Africans go to like Western countries
and they be doing the most
under the worst conditions as immigrants or whatever.
And be excelling, I get you.
They excel and they come because they've been trained to be fucking warriors. Under and you're a warrior whether you like it or not. It's not an option. It's like,
what else?
Your boyfriend broke up with you, cool.
What else?
Come sweep the house. Like, okay.
What do you mean you want to be in bed?
You want to be in bed? That's a luxury, fam.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
What are you doing?
This is not.
What do you mean?
I actually saw someone that tweeted that and said that she was grieving, like, okay, she broke up with her boy, her boyfriend broke up with her or something, and the morning of the day that they broke up, and mom, so they had to do like morning devotion, and during the devotion she was crying so badly, and my mother thought that it was Holy Spirit that was, ministering to her. So like, girl, I'm just crying for my sadness here, like it has nothing to do with you. But Kah-lo, when you say like your therapist changed your life, what do you mean?
Well, she did, because first of all, I used to be crazy. I used to be really crazy, but I've calmed down, I've changed. Yes. And I mean, shout out her, because if not the album, because I was very, very angry and I didn't know how to express it creatively, because a lot of my music prior to that was very positive. And I really only know how to write. I really only knew how to write about positive experiences.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to write about negative things. And if I knew how to write about negative things, it was like more ballady.
Oh,
like,
Adele.
Yeah. And I was just like, I don't anybody want to do all that stuff on stage. Like, it's nice. I can write. I'm very good at writing it, but performing it,
it's not your vibe.
You're just standing there, and then you have to. I like close my eyes when I sing those type of songs, and it's just like not fun. And I was like, I need to find a way to do violence, but make it fun.
Yeah.
And make it upbeat and everything, but violence.
Yeah, it must be there.
I want to. But fun. Yeah. So, yeah.
So
shout out
she helped
Sharon.
you navigate that.
Yeah. And then I bought a book. I bought a book about how to write a song. Yeah. So that helped too. Yeah.
And look at you smiling.
It's so great.
Shout
Put
out
all my anger and my rage into 5 tracks. Actually, more than 5, because, we record a bunch and then we pick. Yeah.
Big shout out to Sharon.
Shout out Sharon.
Her name's not really Sharon, is it?
Her name is Sharon. Although she's not my therapist anymore right now.
Why?
Because Sharon ended up needing therapy herself. I was like, I think, Sharon, you need a therapist.
The therapist needed therapy?
She needed
God
therapy.
damn.
Because she'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry I'm late. My boyfriend did it. I'm like, sound like you should be telling your therapist this, not on my time. You expensive. You know? You talk to your therapist.
Sorry, Kah-lo, I'm running late. I'm having a bad day with my boyfriend. Like, don't tell me that.
Don't tell me that.
Don't tell me that.
Your therapist.
No, your therapist.
You know? Yeah.
It's like maybe like going to meet a pastor, for example, doing confession.
Yeah, and the pastor telling you his problems. You're supposed to be the rock.
My dog. Nah,
You're
dog.
supposed to have all the answers.
Nah,
You
dog.
understand what you're
I'm
doing?
not down for that. Like that's
Yeah,
not,
you go.
that's not what we're doing.
You need a pastor.
But do you know how very wild and how very how very wild that is? You having like seeing your therapist as your rock, and your therapist wants to talk to you about something, and saying go tell your therapist. And I feel like it's a general thing because people always feel like the friend that people can talk to about things, they don't know that person.
The strong friend.
The strong friend, do you be
Yeah,
needing?
the strong friend. I'm the strong friend.
The
Your
strong
friend
friend
is the strong
really,
friend.
really,
Yeah.
we do be needing the other strong friend.
Yeah.
The
Strong friend got a therapist.
Your strong friend is strong because they have another strong friend.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice. All right. Kah-lo, thank you so much for coming. Yeah.
Thank you for having
You
me.
ended up staying longer than you thought you would.
I did.
Wow,
I
Kah-lo stayed till 11.
Yeah,
I
did you-
I stayed till 11. I'm about to mad dash out of here.
Did you have a good time? Did you have a good time?
I did.
It was nice having you.
You see, that's why I talk too much. I can't stop.
But it's great. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
It's
You're fun
unfortunate.
to talk to. You're fun
Yeah.
to talk to.
Thank you.
Guys,
I know
please
I'm fun to talk to.
go
I talk
check
to
out
myself all
Pain.
the time.
With my hair.
Pain or pleasure. Is it pain and pleasure or pain or?
You know, I don't know.
Pain pleasure. It's like pain slash
Interpret
pleasure.
it as
Pain slash.
pain slash pleasure.
Dang.
Check it out. It's out now on all streaming platforms, on all DSPs by Kah-lo. That's
I wish I had a
KAH
physical copy.
hyphen
tomorrow.
LO. Amazing body of work.
Tell them it's Kah-lo. Did you tell
Kah-lo.
them? Did you
It's
tell
not
them?
Kah-lo. It's not Kah-lo.
It's not Carlos.
It's not. But Carlos is worse. That's unforgivable.
Yeah.
It's Kah-lo. All right, check it out. And remember, we remain Zero Conditions Podcast. You can send us an email, zeroconditionspod@gmail.com. And you can check us out on social media, zeroconditions_. Until next week, keep killing it out there. You know, be you. Have fun. We love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Boom.
Wonderful.